Floyd Mayweather is reportedly stunned by Gervonta Tank Davis's fierce intensity during training for his rematch with Lamont Rematch. Davis displayed blistering hand speed and powerful combinations that shocked even longtime supporters. His sharp movement and aggressive focus suggest he's entering the rematch with full intent to dominate.
Yeah, thanks.
While Davis is turning heads with his relentless training, Lamont Rematch is also pushing hard in camp. Both fighters are fully committed, refining their skills and building strength. Their mutual dedication sets the stage for an explosive and high-stakes rematch.
Lamont Rematch in training camp, ready for one of the biggest rematches in 2025 against Gervonta Tank Davis, one of the biggest faces in boxing. What a rematch.
Many observers believe Davis's underwhelming performance in the first fight with Rematch was less about Rematch's skill and more about Davis's personal struggles. Davis admitted to battling mental and physical challenges at the time, even considering therapy and stepping away from boxing. Now, the rematch is his opportunity to prove what he could do at full strength and mental clarity.
He wants to do therapy. He wants to do real estate. They want to say he wasn't all in because him and Roach are friends and he's going to be focused for the second fight. A lot of excuses. They want to say it's because of the braids, the oil getting in his eye. Whatever. This is what really happened. And I just now came to this conclusion because I've been making some other videos for Patreon, but Lamont Rematch posted a video recently on...
The first bout exposed vulnerabilities in Davis's defense and stamina, which Rematch capitalized on. The upcoming rematch is pivotal. It will determine whether that night was just a temporary lapse or a sign of decline in Davis's power and effectiveness. The pressure is immense as Davis fights not just Rematch, but to reestablish his elite status.
I don't know if Lamont Rematch exposed weaknesses of Tank Davis. It very much reminds me of Rolly Romero versus Ryan Garcia. What Rematch did, Rolly was doing the same thing. He ended up implementing it better against Ryan Garcia. Tank was having huge issues, and that's the Black Two Sugars. Watch me call that fight. I started laughing. I couldn't believe it because all he was patient with good power. All Rematch was patient. He stayed focused. That's why him drinking and partying and shit is messing with me, because he beat him here. He stayed so damn focused, and he knew when Tank was going to punch. He knew when not to punch, and when he countered Tank, he rocked Tank. Tank got rocked at least twice that fight.
Floyd Mayweather has historically doubted the legitimacy of Davis's power, but recent footage from Davis's camp has made him reconsider. The explosive training sessions and improved focus have visibly impressed Floyd, who now sees a more mature and dangerous version of Tank emerging.
When is Gervonta Davis going to go somewhere in the pound for pound? Anui deserve to be in the pound for pound? Absolutely. Do Terrence Crawford deserve to be in the pound for pound? Absolutely. But what about Gervonta Tank Davis? He deserved to be somewhere also in the pound for pound.
Why don't they give him that credit?
Because he was affiliated with me.
Tension between Mayweather and Davis has simmered for years, fueled by disagreements over Davis's decisions and training. Floyd initially questioned the wisdom of a rematch with Rematch, calling it a risky move. However, seeing Davis's focused preparation firsthand has shifted Floyd's view, acknowledging that Tank understands the career-defining importance of this fight.
When Floyd left Bob Arum, it's good for them to do it and become their own boss. And then if another guy does it, it's not good for the sport. He's disloyal. And what's wrong with Tank saying he want to be his own boss? And honestly, I've been there. The relationship between them two is very toxic. It's a toxic relationship. It's up and down and up and down. And I'm not going to elaborate to everything that I know, but it's a very toxic relationship. And that's why when I tweet stuff, I don't tweet often, but when I tweet, I may fire off 50 tweets in the day. And that's why when I tweeted certain things about the relationship, Tank retweeted it, because he knows. Like, I'm not just gonna say what it is. It's a very toxic relationship. It's back and forth, and I think it will serve him best to go and be his own boss.
Some experts argue that Rematch's first win has been overhyped. Davis's fall in the ring wasn't due to a knockout, but rather the grease in his eyes impairing his vision. This overlooked detail cast the first fight in a new light. Davis now returns more dangerous and focused than ever, warning that this version of him is not to be taken lightly.
People keep saying like Lamont dang near like beat Tank like clean, like basically like we seen it, like yeah, he did Tank that one, but like Tank was limping out the ring. Bro, he didn't even get over on Tank for real. Y'all only saying that because Tank took the knee. And when Tank took the knee, it wasn't how like Ryan Garcia was when he took the knee once Tank went to his body. It was like, dang, like I'm taking him and get right back up. Can you do that in boxing? No. But y'all can't say that basically that, oh yeah, he won because of the knee. That shows that people just want to see Tank lose, bruh. Cause y'all betting y'all money on basically Tank losing because of that knee. Yes, it was a good fight. Yes, I'm not gonna lie. Lamont was defending himself like he's skilled. But bruh, he ain't walk all over Tank. Tank, bruh, if y'all go back and watch the highlights, I just watched the highlights last night. Them last couple of rounds, bruh, Lamont was balled up. Tank was literally, he was trying, like you could tell Tank was like, dang, I waited too long. So he was trying to throw some stuff like to make sure he get that one blow, but it didn't work. So that's why they doing that rematch so they could start over from scratch, round 1 to round 12. We gonna start over clean and let's see what's going on now. Now y'all want to be saying, oh no, man, I ain't gonna lie. At the end of the day, the first fight is what matters. No, it don't. Tank was, look, he real enough to say, hey, bro, let's do a rematch. Now, if he ain't do a rematch, it's like, oh yeah, something going on. Nah, hush, hush. Hey, Calvin, step to the side. Let me get somebody else right now. I'm gonna be hush. Let me get back in the gym and put my hat on, and we go at it again. I'm not gonna lie. I'm telling you, this version of Tank is gonna be dangerous, bruh. If you know about boxing, come on, it is Gervonta Davis, bruh. Dude is a beast. You think he finna walk around with that on his resume that he almost got cooked by Lamont Roach? Bruh, if he doing a rematch, he doing it for a reason. He's about to make an example out of him. I'm sorry to tell y'all. And Lamont, you're skilled, but the fact that you keep on trying to just pull that up, like that one knee. I beat him because of that one knee. You know, I don't care if he had grease in his eye or not. I whooped him because of that. Bruh, that's how you know he don't got confidence that he's a better fighter than Tank. The fact that he's trying to, because he know that chance comes once in a lifetime. That's why he's so big on trying to, go back and play the tape.
Even critics and former skeptics are now predicting a strong victory for Davis in the rematch. The consensus is that he's fully locked in, with no distractions. Unlike before, his sole focus is Roach. And many believe this renewed mental clarity and drive will lead Davis to reclaim his dominance.
Breaking news from Mike Coppinger, Tank vs. Roach rematch has been booked for August 16th, I want to say. This fight's going to take place in Las Vegas, so no, Tank will not be fighting Jake Paul. He will not be looking at any further opponents. He's going to be fighting Lamont Roach once more. What does this mean for Tank? What does this mean for Roach? Not much. I mean, it's a rematch. Tank lost the first fight. He got to get it back, I guess. What are my predictions for this fight? I'm going to go domination by Gervonta Davis. I'm not a big Tank fan, but I don't like Roach whatsoever as a boxer. It's going to take a little bit more from Roach for me to just think that he's on the level of Tank. Like I always say, we have 25 plus fights of Lamont Roach. He's never looked like a great fighter. I don't think this fight alone makes him a great fighter. I don't think he's going to carry this momentum on into the rematch. I'm going to go Gervonta Davis, brutal, typical knockout fashion. I'm expecting Roach to vacate his 130 title, stop holding up that division. I'm expecting him to make a legit campaign at 135 after being knocked out. But you guys let me know, who do y'all got in the rematch? Did you even want to see this rematch? You guys let me know.
Controversy clouded the first fight due to questionable officiating by referee Steve Willis, who was accused of favoring Davis. In response, Roach's team has demanded a new referee for the rematch, insisting on a fair and unbiased contest. So the outcome is dictated solely by performance in the ring.
You know, obviously the part with the grease in the eye, that took on a life of its own. You know what I'm saying? That was a headline in the fight. One is, what did you think when he said that initially, just like the grease in the eye? But two is like, when you was in the fight, was there any point that you saw that? Like, did you see like him kind of messing with his eye, or did you have any indication that that was something that was bothering him?
No, see, and that's the thing. If you look at the whole fight, he was never bothering his eyes before
you jabbed him.
Before I jabbed him. But even that right hand that, like, you know what I'm saying, that kind of landed, he kind of rolled with it. But after that, you could see him wipe his eye. And then right after I hit him with the jab, you could see him wipe his other eye. So it's like it was corresponding to which hand that I punched him with and exactly which eye. So it's like crazy for him to say It's grease in my eye. And I think even when he say that, you could see me, because I'm right beside him, you can see me like, nigga, what you talking about? So,
Right.
But you said you don't think he willing though.
Whatever. See, but who cares? Like, sweat gonna get in your eye, blood gonna get in your eye,
Yeah, it don't matter.
spit fucking around and get in your eye. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like you can be like, all right, time out, ref. Hold on,
Take no
ref.
time out.
You can't do that.
Right. Would you be cool with Steve Willis doing the next fight?
Hell no.
He can't do the next fight.
No, he can't do the next fight.
Right.
No.
Pops, it's a no?
Hell no.
Yeah, fuck that
Fuck,
nigga.
yeah.
You know how many-
Put Coach Ben on him, man. He lucky he ain't running Coach Ben after that fight.
But look how many times he fucked the fight up though. The knee, him going to the corner to get assistance, like who knows? Not saying that they did any cheating shit or nothing like that. But like he wiped his face with a towel. You can't do that.
Right.
You can't do none of that. That's a disqualification. You turned your back on the ref after you took a knee. Usually the ref will be like, all right, he don't want to fight no more. Fight's off.
Following the initial loss, Davis offered unexpected excuses, including blaming his hairdresser for grease getting in his eyes. Many fans found the explanation strange and felt it diminished Roach's efforts. These comments raised doubts about Davis's mindset and commitment. Now, all eyes are on whether he has truly re-centered for the rematch.